What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today I thought I'd give you guys my thoughts and impressions about both of these uniforms, at least from the little bit I've played with them so far. And the sad thing about both these uniforms is one is a paywall in Storm, right? You gotta spend 30 tokens in order to get this uniform for her, which at a minimum I believe is going to cost about $20 because you're going to get 10 tokens this at the end of this week, and then you'll have to buy 20 tokens more, which means she's going to cost about $20 in total. And that really is going to beg the question as to whether or not the uniform is actually going to be worth buying. And then Iceman is a character that you actually get from the store, right? This is a character that you actually purchase from the store. And by the way, guys, they got these little deals in here where you can buy all these extra tokens. They got the token shop where you can pick up, a dimension CTP selector, and you can pick up all kinds of other things. It's really things that cater towards whales. But as far as Iceman, they do have a discount where you can spend 1,000 crystals and you can get 160 bios, right? And this is the only way you're going to be able to level up his uniform, and or just buy a mega uniform ticket, which is about 40 American dollars to take it from normal to mythic. Now, I can tell you guys from the little bit that I played both of these characters that Iceman has an insane upgrade. He plays way better, much more proc friendly, much easier to play, quite quality. And Storm's damage it went up a lot. It is way better. I would obviously, and I think that Storm's actually fairly proc friendly now too, because they've actually made some skills in her very cancelable. But the problem with Storm right now, at least that's what I'm seeing so far, guys, right, is that survivability really isn't the greatest. It's not the greatest, and that's because, like in her kit, they gave her a lot of things that bumps up her damage, but they didn't really give her anything that really helps her survivability. I mean, yeah, well, that's not true. They did give her the heal, right? They did give her this heal, 20% recovery, but the thing is, she has no decreased damage received. She doesn't have any decreased damage received in her kit whatsoever, right? Whatsoever at all. And that is a big problem. Now, I mean, she's not really built that well, guys. My ignore defense is terrible. Let me change that really quick. Let me change her ignore defense really fast. But that is an issue that I'm seeing with her so far, is that she doesn't have the greatest survivability because of that, right? The heal is nice, but it really isn't enough, right? And she is in an iframe during her fourth skill, which is where you're actually going to put the proc, because you can actually delay the 3, cancel the 5. You can actually delay the 2 as well. And she's going to be optimal with the judgment, I do believe. But I do think she can play well with a obelisk. Right, and giving her the ignore target dodge and the increase all elemental damage to all allies, that is insane, guys. I mean, so she's really, I think, like when you take her to level 80, she's obviously going to be ridiculous, right? She won't take as much damage at level 80. So when I take her to level 80, I think that's when I'm really going to see the difference as far as her, survivability. Because right now, like as cool as these skills are, and they are amazing. They are amazing. Like, look at this third skill. And look at the ongoing damage that thing does. Look at the lightning, guys, the detail. It is, I mean, it takes your breath away. It's so gorgeous, right? The 1, nice. The 2, and that 2 you actually can delay. So once you let off the 2, you can actually cancel it, and it'll just the spikes will just keep increasing. And just look at the detail in that. And then look at the 4, right? I mean, it's nice, guys. She goes into an iframe, right? She's in an iframe, which is really good, especially like say against null and certain attacks where she can avoid taking damage where they have penetration. That's actually really nice. And then her 5th skill, you can cancel immediately. And look at the storm clouds. Look at those storm clouds, guys. Look at this. Is that sick or what? I mean, I get excited looking at her skills because they're gorgeous, but you can literally hit the 3, wait 1 second, and then cancel it into the 5, into the 4. So 3, 5, 4. And boom, you get all that damage all at once. And that's why I think she can actually play with a proc. Now, if you're, playing with a judgment or a rage, and you could throw in that too. And then obviously, put your proc on the tier 3 as well, because their tier 3 does a lot of damage. And the tier 4 is pretty cool. Kind of reminds you of Thor, actually, right? But nice. You see some ice particles running around her as far as the lightning falling on top of her, which is actually really, really cool. I mean, this isn't a review. I'm just kind of showing you guys, like the survivability is an issue, guys. It is an issue. Now, her uniform effect does also give her, the energy attack, which is nice, and increase the chain hit damage. That is nice, right? That is nice, right? And they changed her accumulation from her uniform effect, and they actually just put it on her tier 3 in this uniform. But she is way, way stronger. So I'll show you guys a really quick little run in World Boss, right? Against Null at stage. We need Blast. We're going to scroll down here, and we have Blast right here, right? Stage 34, right? And we're going to use Ancient One. Now, Ancient One's passive actually comes in more into play against Mephisto because of the elemental resistance. That is actually really, really nice. And something that's sweet about Storm because she's also a Blast type character. We're just going to use Cyclops for the CTP of Insight and then also the extra energy attack from his passive. All right. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. Now, we got plenty of ignore dodge because she got 30% ignore dodge from her passive. And we also have Striker that gives ignore dodge. Now, watch this, guys. Okay, so we're going to hit the 3 and then the 5-4. Now, her damage is sweet, right? But look at how much damage she takes when we get hit. I mean, it is, right? And we're just going to go straight into that tier 3. I got my SFX on, right? But look at the damage she's taking, guys, with Toxic Meteorites. Look at that. It is, I mean, she takes so much, right? And the 25% recovery is nice, but she really needs a little bit more, guys. She really needs a little bit more because it just isn't enough. I mean, look, guys, she's taking damage during the tier 3 and she died, right? She died. I mean, this is stage 34, and that's what I mean by maybe she's probably going to need to be level 80 to really get some shine because she's got good damage. She's got really good damage, but man, her survivability is questionable. It is not the greatest, and her movement speed seems kind of slow. It's not really that fast. She doesn't move around as fast as she really should. And Storm really, this is always a crux of the character. Like, why don't they ever make her move faster? Why don't they give her better movement speed? I don't understand that at all. The girl can fly around. She is much faster than what old Netmarvel's given her credit for, which is kind of a bummer. Now we get to Iceman here, who again is a character that you have to pay crystals for bios or buy a mega uniform ticket for. And I'm not going to really do a review about him, guys, per se. Until I get him to tier 3, because I do plan on tier 3 in this character, so I can give him some accurate representation. But I got a 200% damage proc on him, guys, and I don't have any Urus on him, right? And his skills are actually really awesome as well, right? And you can literally cancel the 3-5 into the 4. Like, here's the 3, right? You got the icicles dropping down, right? And look at this. You can cancel that thing immediately. You still see the icicles dropping down. That's nice, right? And the second skill, okay, right? Got a little lingering damage, the 5. And this is what's something really nice about this uniform is that the 5 now, you can cancel the skill quickly. Like, you can literally, look at this. And the big Iceman shows up. That's sweet. So you can literally go 3, 5, 4, get all of that damage all at once. Look at that. And that 4 sets off that big old ice ball. That is nice. Look at that. Right? Let's look at this tier 3. Now, I don't know if you can cancel the tier 3. Probably not. Damn, that thing's a long skill. That is a long skill. He might be optimal with a judgment more than likely, I would guess. But he can play with a proc guy, especially with his 3-5-4 rotation. So let me see if I can cancel this tier 3. No, maybe you can delay cancel it, but you're definitely going to have to let it play out a little bit. I mean, it looked like I was getting some damage from it. I mean, when I get him a tier 3, I'll play with him a little bit, but I'll show you guys what he can do right now. I mean, he's only tier 2, guys. Nothing really special about his build. But if we go against Ultimate here, and we go against Black Dwarf, right, stage 99, we'll use this team right here, right? It's not the most optimal team. It's not the most optimal team, but it's just stage 99 call, right? I got 22% Pierce. It's not a big deal, right? So let me show you guys how well he plays with a proc. He's pretty sweet. And my Iceman doesn't have any Urus. And look at that. I mean, I know it's just call. I know it isn't World Boss Legend. But boy, oh boy, oh boy. Does that damn thing put out some damage, right? It puts out some damage. And he's in an iframe during that force, so that kind of tells you, like, whenever you tier 3 this character, he is going to be really nice against Null, because whenever Null's doing them tentacle attacks, he can actually avoid that, which is actually pretty sweet. I mean, anytime I see them iframes, when you put procs on skills that have iframes, that's actually really, really nice. But guys, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and stop, because he's just going to murder this damn thing. Like, he's going to get this done in 45 seconds, 50 seconds probably, right? I mean, he's murdering it, right? I know it's not a big gauge as far as like damage, but so far he looks pretty damn strong. He looks pretty damn strong, guys. I don't have any Urus on him. He's just got a stage 6 power bang rock set. He's just got a normal ranked uniform. And, you know, I mean, so at the end of the day, guys, like, this update is, I think for some players, they're going to be really happy, because Storm is much, much stronger and honestly a whole lot easier to play. And she does have better survivability than what she had before, but I still don't think it's enough. Maybe when she's at level 80, and obviously when she's at tier 4, she gets all those extra native stats, but that requires a lot of resources. People just tier 4 Iron Man, right? So they've already used their blast book. So she might not be that enticing because of that, and also because of the fact that you do guys spend real money to get this uniform. And Iceman, you don't have to spend real money, but I mean, he's an expensive character to level up. So what I would recommend to all of you guys at this point is just wait for the level 80 storms, wait for the tier 3 Iceman reviews, whether it's from me or for another YouTuber, and see what you actually think about these characters, because I can say that both of them, their damage wise is just, it's nice. It's really sweet. Their ease of gameplay is much, much better, but I do kind of worry about Storm's survivability. But again, we'll see what it is at level 80. So guys, let me know what you think about this update. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.